Hello everyone, I hope traders and investors alike were green today. Well, we got that nice breakout on crude, then we got a contraction pattern and another nice breakout. We've been tracking this cup the whole time, watched it form the handle, and was definitely tracking the contraction pattern. So energy did come back in pretty good today. We'll look at some of those charts. Crude definitely held in better. Definitely got a good breakout. A difficult day in the markets, that's for sure. CPI come in. We definitely did not get the movement we were expecting. Very tight range day. Did provide some opportunities, but you had to be very disciplined and very patient to wait for the proper setups. It was a pretty good morning though. The setups were working. But then obviously the market started to slow down. Volume died off as expected, unfortunately, but what we were expecting. Usually on options expiration, we usually chop Monday and Tuesday. And Wednesday and Thursday, we start to range a little bit into Friday. So hopefully tomorrow we can see this market open up a little bit and start trading a little bit better into the end of the week. We'll see. And not even so much the directional. I'm just looking for a decent range. Honestly, I don't really care the direction. Hopefully up, but we'll see. We'll look at the charts when we get there. So we took a look at crude. Apple is breaking lower here. You got this it's a little 8 cell pattern, but you got this gap down. We still got that small gap up above on Apple. Apple's trying to move lower. Got this candle that closed below. I would watch this right here as your next target if we do move down tomorrow. Watch this wick, but looking for this area for your range low target there. Very head and shoulders here. Looks very small, but looking like a very small head and shoulders there. But whether you look at it like that, whether you can see the head and shoulders or not, it doesn't matter. Some people would argue that it doesn't matter. You got a lower high with an H pattern that's got just confirmed below the pattern. So we're looking for a move down. Hopefully it doesn't happen. Band's trying to open up to the downside. Prefer to see them open up in both directions, but it's trying to drift lower. Your MACD is bearish, and you can see money coming out of the CFM as well. Unfortunately, it's a very tricky market to trade right now. Definitely not saying Apple's going to make a big move down at all. And you can see Apple here on the 15-minute chart. Decent move down today. Put in this big 8 cell pattern and broke down right at the end of the day. And gold, we had this small head and shoulders pattern. Took a move down here today. We actually posted this chart in Discord this morning. Very small uptrend, barely even an uptrend there to put a head and shoulders pattern on. But right into that 200, we cleared that 200. We're looking for a move lower. Advanced decline lines all turned down today. AMC trying to get up off the lows down here. Seeing a little bit of volume coming in. Watch it at this 9. It's definitely got some volume into it. MACD's trying to change, so it's definitely seeing a change in character. The RSI is still very cool. I'd like to see that RSI heat up a little bit and see if we can get back to that daily 9. AMD pretty strong today. Nice move up. Did give some back at the end of the day, but a nice move there. And we can see Amazon had a decent candle here as well. Got a little rising 1 pattern. See if we can get follow through off of that tomorrow and have a decent MACD there as well. RK, we did close below the 9, so it's a good possibility or high probabilities we could possibly move down to the 20. See if we gap down tomorrow or see how we actually open up tomorrow. If we gap back up and get back above that 9, we're looking for a move higher. But when we get like this, we can pull back to that 20 and bounce. Kind of the same setup we've been seeing on the 1. So I don't want to be super bearish on this. So until we actually break down, chart does not look that bad. I mean, it doesn't look that great on the way up, run right into the previous level of resistance. But the 9 and 20 still don't look too bad. And if you're in a Discord, I've been pointing that out. We've been losing that on the 1 and reclaiming it. So don't expect much difference here on the 30-minute time frame or the daily time frame as well. AMD daily, see we did close back above that daily 9 and 20 there. AMD weekly still trading in this falling wedge. We need to push up out of that falling wedge. You still got your 9 and 20 up there on the weekly as resistance. Amazon, nice push higher after hours. Not sure what's going on there. You could see good volume coming into it at the end of the day, but that's not super unusual. But that after hours push there is worth checking out. We'll be looking for in the news feeds and see what we see. Maybe an opportunity for tomorrow. Amazon weekly pushing up. So we called Amazon down here. Amazon hit a new 52-week high today, and we called it down here with this little inverted head and shoulders. Not textbook. Had a screwed up armpit on this side, but We were looking for a move higher, and it took a couple weeks to get a confirmed breakout, and then we even pulled back right back into the weekly 9, but then we were able to move higher and liked it better after clearing that downtrend there. All right, so Apple. This is Apple Weekly, and you can see a larger possible H-cell pattern. See where this candle closes. We still got 2 days left in that candle. Boeing moving lower. We did close below that 50 today. We had that one on the radar today. Bitcoin seeing a little bit of green here in the weekly chart. Don't want to get overexcited yet. See if we can close. Like this better if we can close, preferably up above these candles. But I'll be happy if we can just get back above this 9 and 20 on the daily. See, I don't want to get over confident there yet, but like to see this close up above that candle range. Looking for a move higher. We got to get a candle close first. XLC trying to hold that daily 9. XLP below the daily 9 there looks bearish. Did push its green candle, did push back up into it. DraftKings holding your daily 9 there as well. We can start to look there for a bounce. Just a good time of year for it with football starting back up. Betting, obviously people out here betting. So we did get our confirmation on our rising 3. Now we need to continue higher here. We got to take the confirmation candle out where, we ended up gapping. Well, we didn't gap down. We opened up and moved lower and closed. Actually have a bearish around me there. So I'm only interested in this trade if it reclaims that confirmation candle at the top of that confirmation candle. And that is the exploration and production index. And this one is the integrated oil and gas index. And you can see here a bearish around me here as well. But a nice breakout yesterday. See if we can continue higher. Crude kind of took the day off. Crude numbers coming today as well. Lilly, breaking out and pushing up higher. Very nice looking chart there. ExxonMobil, we had a nice cup here, letting this 9 catch up. A little bearish around me. Let that 9 catch up. Definitely not a bad looking chart. But if this pulls back, I would expect a handle. Hopefully it does not do that and continues higher. The bad thing is when they break out, they have a certain way that they trade. If they put in a cup or a handle, you can get a much better trade on them. The cups that normally trade and don't put in a handle and just break out, they push up a little bit and then they'll come right back and lay right back around this breakout area and look like a ladle. It's just a very weird looking, it's like a whole another long handle, and it's a particular way that they trade them. If we get the opportunity, we'll definitely point that out. So we were watching this little symmetrical triangle here on Google, broke to the downside, right back up, and we're not surprised because that's what symmetrical triangles do, and breaking right back up to the upside. They just give a lot of false breakouts. Home Depot back below the 9 and 20 there on the daily. On the weekly for Home Depot, sitting right on that weekly 9. So we need to watch it off that weekly 9, see where that candle closes. IWM, nice move lower here. QQQ, holding is 50 and below that 9. Q's on the 15-minute time frame, still holding your 15-minute 200 there. And Q's on the weekly. So we're still holding this 9 here. Not a bad looking chart at all. If we can hold that 9, we want to see that 9 turning up and definitely see some green off of that. We did have that bearish Arami last week, but the chart's not looking bad. The Q's or JP Morgan here. So we drew this little bear flag, but we did get this nice close higher. Yesterday we did pull back as well. So, or today we closed, but we were expected that close. We expected yesterday's candle line. See if we get a bounce off that tomorrow. See what it does. Banks were strong yesterday and was giving it back today. MRK got this downtrend here. Still got that big head and shoulders pattern. Meta holding this 50. Meta on the intraday chart. You can see a decent move up today. Big pullback, but a very, very nice recovery. And we were able to call that today on that recovery. Microsoft green there today as well. Microsoft also made a decent move. Very nice move up, clearing that 50 today. Microsoft, very nice move up here also on the 15-minute chart. You see the big move up and that big pullback. That provided some really good opportunities. And then we started to grind. Well, a lot of the grind was up in this area, and you can see this contraction pattern up here. So We traded within that candle range and then breaking below that candle range right there. You can see it moving lower. That contraction pattern looks a little different, but it's still there. And you can see it took the break below this candle right here, the start your stair step lower, which you're waiting for confirmation for. Start your stair step. Microsoft here. Microsoft holding this 9 and 20. We want to see that 9 turn back up and continue higher. NVIDIA trying to get back above that 50. NVIDIA intraday chart, nice move up there today as well. It was rough if you were trying to sit through it. I'm sure that was pretty painful, but provided a lot of opportunities for scalping in there and short-term trades. NVIDIA on the weekly, still holding that 9. NASDAQ holding the 20, still above the 50 and or still below the 50 and the 9 up there. Still resistance areas need to be cleared. Netflix coming in, had some news drop today and big move down. Didn't even realize it was that big of a new move. Did not track it when that news come in. Now Oxy, so we broke out of this cup and handle here as well, holding up above our handle, or holding up above our resistance level for a cup, waiting on that 9 to get up there. QQQ monthly pulling back here. It's exactly what we're expecting. Put in some kind of handle there on that cup. May not be perfect. SPX on the daily below, once again below the daily 9 and 20, or below the 9 and 50, above that 20. SLB come back in big time. Right? Still holding the 9, see how it acts off the 9, but a pretty big down candle today. Let's see how it acts tomorrow, how crude acts tomorrow. So SMH tracking that China news candle when it come in. We're still holding that candle line for now, but that candle is not closed yet. The diamond's looking very head and shoulders here, very upward sloping head and shoulders. Just, it's that time of year, folks. See what we get here below this 50, actually below the 9 there, still above the 20. SPY weekly today, as of right now, we are below that weekly 9. That candle is not closed yet. SPY monthly pulling in there for a handle there as well. SPY daily, we are above the 20, but once again below the 9 and 50. We need to clear those levels and move up. And yes, Frank, that 5's in there too, buddy. We know it's there. All right, SPY to 15-minute time frame. All right, we see this big move down. You can actually draw a box, and this is how we tracked it today and caught this breakout. But we just had the box drawn. You can see the very double topish area, the range that it was giving us, breaking that range for a nice move down, provided a really good opportunity at the end of the day. Not quite at the end of the day. Square, just huge down candle last Friday, just been kind of hanging out down there. Tesla, this is the intraday chart, very tight action there today. XLK below the week or below the daily 20. Still above the 200, but below the rest of the daily moving averages. Did try to push back up into the 20 today. Tesla, you can see here this nice little gap up. This is the weekly chart, so we gapped up on the weekly chart. You got your goose head here. That chart looks like it definitely wants to go higher. We want to see that 9 turning up. May not go higher right now, but this chart definitely looks like it wants to go higher. See how it acts. Got this nice little gap here on Tesla as well. Watch this 50-day running through here. You got your 9 coming up. I like it above the wick of this candle, the wick of that green candle. We get a candle body up there and confirm close, looking for a move higher. I want to see that 9 get up there. That MACD still looks good, busting through the 0 line. Uber still holding this 9 there. Still not a bad looking chart. Walmart, this is a new all-time high, I believe, or a new 52-week high. New all-time high, I believe. Either way, nice move higher. Broke out this contraction pattern, then flagged back in and failed right there. It's definitely not been the easiest thing to trade. Hopefully this was your contraction pattern right there, because if you look at this, all right, now this is definitely not the perfect contraction pattern because you don't have the one candle, but we talk about this box. When you can draw boxes, we talk about this center line. So you can see right here, come down, this candle stopped there, actually gapped down the next morning and reclaimed that level. And ever since then, it's been trending higher. So contraction, expansion, trend. Let's see what happens with that. XLF pushing higher here. We are still below that 50. TLT still below that 9 there, the daily 9. IWM, this is the IWM's weekly, struggling here. We still are above the 250 there. So watch your weekly 250 there for support if we do continue lower. I do want to take one quick minute and point out that coming into a heavy volume profile bar down there as well. So you're going to see some good support in that area coming into it. Now this IWM daily chart, that's IWM weekly, this is IWM daily, looking for a break below that 200. You can see when we dip below it, we got snatched back up. So confirmation below that daily 200 would be nice. I hope you find this helpful. Please remember, discipline is the key to your success in trading, and I will see you in the trading room. Have a great night, everyone.